All right, so welcome back. So we're on step 3. Hopefully by this point, I know a little bit about you. I know a little bit about the resources and the content that you've sort of explored. And last lesson we talked about, let's just choose something. And maybe this should have been first, who knows? This is version 1 for me, right? But let's talk about your why. There are lots of different things on this list, and this could be framed as a ladder, right? And it's not even a bad way to think about it, because we're going to start with how could we use this to give support for existing students? And then maybe we'll add something here like we want to use this to, if you're teaching an elective of some sort or you have your own class, recruiting additional students. And then, we're going to use it to get feedback and endorsements, because they're going to watch this video and you're going to get all this great commentary about how great this is, and thank you so much for sharing, and you're amazing, and all this great stuff. And so that will simultaneously accomplish 1 or 2 and 3 here, which is feedback and having an impact beyond your classroom. By the end of it, we will test it out some technology, so that's fantastic. Then it's like, okay, as we start to feel around with this and as we start to get some feedback, we might see this as being a really good lead generator or part of something bigger, right? Maybe we are going to build out an entire online course for people outside of the country, or we're going to do an online course for places outside of Fairfax or outside of Northern Virginia, and we're going to, or this is going to be an enrichment program that parents can opt into. Or it's going to be focused on the independent learning market, which is growing and growing. This is homeschoolers and unschoolers and all of that sort of stuff. Well, that might be your target market. And at that point, again, we'll talk about the different income streams. It could be psychic income. It could be building up a portfolio for something that you want to do. You want to be a professor someday, and this is a way to build up your portfolio for that. Or just a straight income stream, where either you run your own school or you are selling your content to somebody who they really want a physics program in their homeschooling academy and they don't have one. You'll be that. Or they want a German program and they don't have one. But this is a place where we've already kind of talked on it, but I think it's valuable, not just because I've already made up the PowerPoint that has nothing to do with why I'm doing it this way, but let's talk about what's your why that's motivating you. And if you have a vision, and if we've already sort of delineated this, great, but what's the path that we're going to grow into? We're going to start off with the focus of we want additional support for existing students, we want feedback testimonials, we want to have an impact beyond our classroom, and we want to test out technology. Those are the basics that we want to do. And then we'll move on to the next level stuff, because if we never end up coming up with an income stream or we never end up having a more comprehensive program, we will have accomplished the mission, which is sharing your gifts and moving from a bound by the classroom teacher or bound by your homeschool educator to being able to share your gifts more widely. So best thing right now is just tell me what your thoughts are in terms of your objectives. Email those to me and we'll move on to the next lesson.